take 437. Let's see if we can get the carbs fitted today. First job I'm going to do though is I'm going to put the T-piece onto this piece of fuel hose that I was faffing about with the other day, so that we've got a clip on there, and then when it's right up in there it's just done and secured, and then we can see about getting the other ones. Now the T-piece is still on this pipe here, and that's the bit that we need fitted to the pipe up there. So I'm just going to get that out of there if I can. Yep, that's pulled out nice. So we've got the T-piece, and we've got the bag of clips that came with the fuel line. So let me just quickly fit that on. Right, let's see if we can shoehorn these carbs in. Oh, I've still got the blue rope attached. I'll have to get that off. Right, so that's the rear and that's the front. So my plan is somehow to get these in here without catching on everything, like so. That's where they want to go. And then what I'm thinking of doing is then dropping in the two seals, put a bit of mastic around the edge of those as well and bolting them in, and then plopping the carbs in while these are bolted in, because while I've got all that room it may help me to position the bolts. Whether or not that's going to work, I have no idea. We can only but try. Here's the two replacement boots that I've got, and the difference that you'll see, one's got one pipe on and the other one's got two. Now this one is the one that just had a rogue piece of pipe with a bolt shoved down it. So I've actually brought a proper blanking cap and blanked that off. And then that saves a piece of pipe floating around, but then it's done correctly. And then these two here, I can't, for the life of me at the moment, I can't recall what connects to those. We'll have to double check. But one thing I want to point out is that on each of these there is a little piece of metal, and this little piece of metal fits on the side that hasn't got a complete hole. So not this side, fits on this side with the slot. What it does is it just goes over the top like so, and then when you wind your bolt in it allows you to grip on there as well. But what it also allows you to do is, I think, just slide it on like so, and there goes the bolt, not the bolt, the cap. Oh great. I'll put some details up at the end of these if they work, on where I got them from. The other thing that you need when you buy these is, when you push your carburetors in, you want to have some sort of lip for it to grip to. If there's no lip, you're not going to get a seal. And this does look to have quite a good lip, and I also tried it on the carb and it seems quite a tight fit, which looks good as well, so fingers crossed it should work. God, thank God I decided to film again. That saved me. I was playing the Bay City Rollers on the radio. Bye Bye Love or whatever it was. God grief. Right, anyway, I've slotted the carbs in and I've put the bolt in, which then, if I angle these carbs back, gives me enough room to slot this front one in and get it in. I'm going to put a bit of silicone just round the outside here. Obviously it's going to be compressed in, and this ring here is going to make an airtight seal, but if I put some around there as well, it just gives it a bit double protection. But I've got to be careful when I slide it in that I don't get silicone actually inside where the piston goes, so I'm going to do that carefully. So I'm going to have to turn you off because I need to get where you are to put the bit in. But I've got the same silicone I used on the valve timing covers, and that seemed to go okay, and it's made quite a nice seal. And then we'll bolt it down, leave it a bit to dry, and then we'll try and force the carbs in. I'll do the same for the front and the back. So the first one is on, tightened, secured, and all mastic round. I'm now going to go around the other side and endeavour to get the rear one on. I'll take in some pictures as I go as well, because it's quite hard to do all this, tighten the nuts up and take photos at the same time as well. So let me get the next one on. So the front one, right hand side one on. If we go round the other side, I've now just managed to get the left one on, which you can see in there. The bolt I had to get was that one right in there and that one there, and the way I did it is I had a spanner with a ring on it, and then normally with a spanner you have the nut, sorry, the head of the bolt this side, and you do it like that. I flipped it round and did it like that, which allowed me just the angle to get in there and do it. So I had it the wrong way round, but that seemed to work. And then for the outer one, I just had the spanner on there like so. You may be worth going to an Allen bolt for the outer one, but I've got it on there. So I was going to play around now and lever these on, but I'm wondering whether to let the silicone dry a bit. I don't know. Let's get them on. Do you know, I thought it was going too well. I'm going to have a little swear off camera. I've forgotten to put these on, and they go through the bolt holes. Oh crap, whether or not I can get this in or not easily I don't know, but I need to do that now. Holy crap, if I have ever earned a cup of tea, this is it. What total twat and bellend designed this? It was horrendous. Why would you design something like that? Absolutely horrendous. So now comes the next bit of trying to force the carbs in. But before I do that, I've got to have a cup of tea. It's only blimmin' well on. I can't believe that. It's on. Right. Well, if you've been watching since the beginning, you will notice that when I first brought the bike, the throttle cable was broken. Now I've got a throttle cable, and the throttle cable mechanism somehow connects onto here somewhere. Or is that? Oh no! Don't say I've put it on the. Oh, don't say I've put it on the wrong way round. Oh crap! Should the throttle cable be on the left? I thought it was on the right. Oh no! That's where I had the cut. Oh, don't tell me I've put it on the wrong. Oh, let me double check this. If we've got to take them all off again, I'm walking away.